You've got someone losing control. Like I was hearing they are at a breaking point, whoever this person is, the attraction that they feel towards you got them spiraling. Like, that pull between you is unreal. I was hearing this song, You Drive Me Wild, where it's like, you're on my mind always, my one desire. And this is kind of what you are. You are that person's one desire. They've been trying to run from it, okay? They've been trying to get you off their mind, but it's literally impossible because that pull that they feel towards you, I am sensing there is this electric pulse, like this electric feeling that they have in their body where they can feel you, okay? They can feel you at night. They can feel you in the middle of the day. It's almost like you are everywhere they go. They actually really love this intensity between you. Spirit was saying you have a chemistry that is actually almost unreal. And this makes that person question their reality. They're really thinking to themselves, like, am I going crazy? Am I losing my mind? Because how can it be? You have this effect on them. I'm really also getting warm, that feeling when you get really hot, but then you get cold and you get dizzy, like all at once. And it's you take them out, okay? In the beginning, they were kind of trying to fight it because they did not want to lose control, to lose this, it's almost like someone is pulling the rug from underneath and they are falling head over heels. They're tumbling, falling, really stumbling into this. But at the same time, it's kind of like thinking about you gives this person a rush. And the way this came through was actually through a song. And it is, I'm gonna just read it to you. You do something to me that I can't explain, holding me closer, and I feel no pain every beat of my heart. We got something going on. So it's like they are fully aware of the chemistry that is going on between you. And it's almost like with every beat of their hearts, it's just getting stronger. There is this magnetism between you. Whatever you're doing is definitely working. So I'm sensing that you're both kind of telepathically communicating with each other. And they're seeing signs, synchronicities, your name. When they go through their day, they see people who kind of look like you and they're like, oh my God. Or they hear a song and suddenly they're seeing your face, like playing out memories in their mind, where it's like they keep coming back to you over and over. And it's not just about seeing you, about loving the thoughts about you. They really enjoy it, but it's also about the way their body responds to you, because there is also a wild side to that person. Not gonna lie, they have a fiery, wild side. We're gonna get to that in a second because it's gonna get a little spicy. But I want you to know that your connection is no joke, okay? This is a very intense connection, and I feel like it's been going on for quite some time. It's been going back and forth between you, and you have very strong telepathy with them. So if you are seeing signs and synchronicities, angel numbers, and you're going through your day, you're randomly thinking about that person, even though you're just busy, you're working, doing something else, running errands, I want you to know that that's because they are also thinking about you, and they're kind of sending you this energetic signal. And if you want to find out how to actually spot that, how to actually find out when they're thinking about you and kind of take a peek into their mind, what they're sending you, subconsciously, I have a whole guide on that. It's my telepathy workbook. It's linked down below and it's currently on sale. So the way that this heat is coming through, okay? the way that they respond to you on this level of their body, it's when they think about you, just when they're only thinking about you, only seeing you in their mind, or they're, picturing scenarios, they get really hot, okay? They get this rush of energy, and you kind of awaken a passion that they have not known before. So in a way, you have a power, you got a hold on them that no one else ever had it before. And it scared them a little bit, not gonna lie. But there was this song, it's Kickstart My Heart. It's kind of like when they're saying in the song, my heart, kickstart my heart. This is how it feels like you threw a match and suddenly they were on fire. Like you caused something within that person where it's like they are in another state of mind. They are in another state of body, mind, and soul. It's like all encompassing, and it's giving them this kind of thrill, okay? And there is another song where this is kind of how they feel. That's why I'm hot-blooded. Check it and see. I've got a fever of 103. Come on, baby. Do you do more than dance? I'm hot-blooded, hot-blooded. So you make them hot. You make them hot. You get them into this almost like they don't even think about anything else anymore in that moment, because you make almost like you make them feel a feeling that they have never known before. So kind of like I'm sensing it all throughout my body. It's this electric tension, like almost like when there is a storm coming and spirit showing me like these storm clouds, and there's this electric tension in the air before the thunder is rolling. And this is how they feel. They're like, oh my God. And then they keep going back and forth in their mind, kind of like they would like to know whether you're thinking about them as much as they're thinking about you. Because in a way, they're kind of like, they feel a little bit helpless. Okay, they feel a little bit helpless, but also you're so fascinating to them. You really create this tension. There were these lyrics where it's like, don't you want to know how we keep starting fires? It's my desire. It's my desire. Danger, danger, high voltage, when we touch, when we kiss. So they're picturing, I'm not going to lie, they are definitely picturing spicy scenarios with you, and they feel this rush that they've never known before. And in a way, they're kind of wondering whether you're into them as much as they are into you, because the way that they are into you is something that they haven't known so far. And it scares them, okay? It scares them because I feel like there's someone who likes to be in control of their life, and you are their weakness. You are their weak spot. And by the way, guys, I have some spicy cards here. We're gonna take a look at what is actually going on when they're picturing these spicy scenarios, what they're kind of thinking. Wow. This is what I suspected, honestly. They are really trying to keep it cool. They're trying to act normal in front of you and hide how much they really feel for you, or also how weak you make them. I am hearing that they're saying, you are my weakness. And I feel like oftentimes they're trying to be this cool person. They act detached, almost like as if they are not that much into you, but they're actually, I'm seeing them. You're somewhere and you turn around and leave, and they're like, oh, and they're almost like falling, like, oh my God, like fainting, like, oh my God, why do you have such a hold on me, is what they're thinking. And they also would like to try new things with you. This is someone who loves adventure, adrenaline. Like in that song, Kickstart My Heart, it says adrenaline rushing through my veins. This is someone who's really passionate. And I feel like you bring out that side of that person where they are passionate and they would like to try out new things with you. And they are trying to feel out what you're into, if it makes sense. So they're, you know, wow. Okay, this is the deeper layer. That person might come across as if they're not really that interested in a long-term relationship, where I feel like they're very free-spirited and a little bit teasy, flirty, cheeky, that energy of someone who's a little bit wilder. But when they're thinking of you in that special way, they are not only seeing a night with you, they really want to have everything with you. And I do feel like at night, they're thinking about you more because that is when the day is over, they're winding down, and then suddenly, when actually their mind should go quiet, all they can think about is you. And yeah, they are definitely picturing spicy scenarios with you. By the way, I have a little tip for you. If you want to seduce them with your mind only, because yes, you can absolutely do that. And I can tell you, like, it works, okay? Remote seduction is a no joke. Only do this if you really want them to get extra hot, you know what I'm saying? Go to the link below. I have a tutorial or a guide on how exactly you can do that, how to seduce them with your mind. But be aware, it really works, okay? They can really sense that, and they might go a little bit wild from that. Oh my God, you've got something that I can't resist. And it also goes along with this, you do something to me that I can't explain. There is a level of mystery to you, and I think this is also your secret why you're so magnetic to them, why you're so attractive to them, because you have a specific energy to you. It is the way you make them feel, because they feel so much for you. They have a feelings that they've never known before, and also the feelings that they're feeling are taking them to another realm, almost like another place. And they can't resist it, okay? So they were trying to resist it. I'm going to get to that in a second. That's actually the reason why they've been so silent, or I feel like they also have been acting in a way confusing towards you, where you were like, what is going on with you? Sometimes they are a little bit clumsy in the way that they express themselves, okay? They might be someone who doesn't really know how to approach a person, okay? Even though they try to act cool. But the people who act cool, it's an act, okay? They act cool, but they care a lot. But then they don't know how to really put that into action, or how to really express how they feel. And then they get clumsy, and it's also, in a way, they are intimidated by you, not gonna lie. They are captivated, I'm hearing, intimidated, mesmerized, like bewitched, bewildered, like you're magic to them. You're magic, and you got like a hold on them. You have put a spell on them, quite literally, and they can't resist it. Yeah, you're kind of making them go through this whole journey where they want to be the best version they can be. And I feel they have seen your value, they have seen who you really are, and they're like, not only do you cause this extreme feeling within them where they can really sense you, and they're like, it gives them a rush, but also they do have these thoughts of really long-term connection, and that makes them kind of want to change up. They might be changing for you to become the version that you would actually consider as a long-term partner. I'm awake at night thinking of you. Yeah, honestly, I am really seeing them tossing and turning awake at night. Tossing, turning, yes, of course they are for sure picturing these spicy scenarios, but you know what? Actually, they have a very romantic side where when they picture that, they would always picture other things along with it, and really, like, It's in a way because you have something that no one has and you're so special to them. Like, I am really hearing that they're saying, you're so special to me, you're one in a million. And they would like to learn more about who you are because they didn't have the opportunity. I feel like they're like, oh my God, I messed up. That's what they're kind of saying. Did I mess it up? But they can't let you go. Oh my God. They're really in a sort of, they feel like oh my God, they've lost their mind. They're like in a drama in a way that they caused themselves by holding back. They're saying, please make it last forever. So that really, it's not only for one night, as I was saying before. They're in for the long run. They're also saying, you make me so nervous in the best way. And I keep hearing you in every song I listen to. That honestly, I do feel like they have a lot of synchronicities that they're seeing because of you. This is so amazing. Oh my God. So there was, before we close out the reading, there was this scenario that I saw kind of where they were trying to get their mind off of you, but it didn't work. Trying to act cool. So they were going out, they were at a bar, a couple of friends, they were having drinks. They're trying to forget you. They're like, you know what, listen, I'm not looking for love, kind of trying to convince themselves that they're not looking for anything, even though they know deep down that they are. And it didn't work, it did not work. They were just thinking about you more and more. And it's like, you really, I'm seeing they're talking to their friends, but honestly, they're zoning out mid-conversation. And then it's like with that, I keep hearing you in every song I listen to. They go to that bar, they go out drinking at night, and there's this song, and boom, it happens again. And they can feel your energy. And it's just like, it's this back and forth, and I really, really love it. We also have your curves turn me on. Take it how it resonates. There is something about your physique that is special to them that turns them on and really makes them crave you even more. Let's see if we also have a message from them. A little message for the end. Definitely keep going with what you're doing because I feel like you're both already full blown in that telepathic connection, but sometimes you're kind of both standing in your own way, okay? Sometimes a little bit. I'm gonna be real here. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like you're both doubting how much the other person really likes you. They're kind of, sometimes they have a little bit of imposter syndrome because they have a lot to offer, but they think it's not enough for you, and you're kind of overthinking their behavior at the same time. Where you're thinking, why are they pulling back? But it's because they love you so much and they don't want to mess it up. Staring at your pictures all the time. Honestly, I would not be surprised if they, before they fall asleep at night, just look at your pictures and then they get lost in these thoughts about what it could be like together, but then they also get lost in the heat and in the thrill, and they can't get enough of you. Honestly, bottom line, I really feel like you have a sort of this telepathic bond that is really special, and Spirit wants me to tell you right now that there is no need to overthink, okay? Because your connection, kind of what you're both doing right now is I'm sensing you're manifesting each other because you're already going back and forth, and it is going to develop in the best way, okay? Whatever happens next is literally the next step. So like really where you're gonna be like, it just makes sense. It's the natural next step. So I'm really excited for you. By the way, if you want to book a personal reading, go to the link down below as well for the workbook. Guys, it's on sale and it has over 22 practical exercises if you really want to make telepathy easy, because it can be so much fun and it's brought me so much peace in my own journey. So that was it for today. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Subscribe, give it a like. It really helps the channel out. It helps to spread the messages to even more people. I'm really, really grateful, by the way. 2 years anniversary of the channel. I'm really grateful for every single one of you who supports. Thank you so much. Sending you the best energy, and I'll see you around in the next one.